Shinji Kagawa is central to Japanese hopes ahead of this summer when Shinji Kagawa moved to Manchester United from Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2012. It was something of a watershed moment for Japanese football. The Blue Samurai's brightest star had grabbed his moment after shining under Jürgen Klopp at the Signal Iduna Park, helping the now Liverpool boss win back-to-back Bundesliga titles. But once Sir Alex Ferguson picked up the phone, he packed his bags and headed for Old Trafford without a second thought. Perhaps his arrival didn't get the fanfare it deserved, mainly because the Red Devils clinched the signing of Robin van Persie at the same time. The former Arsenal striker went on to score 26 goals in his first season, inspiring one last Premier League title win before Ferguson retired after 27 years in charge. Yet, while Kagawa never truly got liftoff in England, his starring role for Dortmund and subsequent transfer served to justify the direction football in his homeland was going. As a country without a track record for producing a conveyor belt of top-quality footballers, Japan have tried to change that by playing to their strengths. Kagawa is one of a few creative midfielders with a small build and low center of gravity, whose games are built around technique and dynamism. Former Celtic star Shunsuke Nakamura, both midfielders were products of a new Japanese approach that stemmed from the FC Miyagi Barcelona Youth Academy, which Kagawa attended. It allowed players to focus on their dribbling, touch and technique, just like those at the club it was named after. Honda may not have experience training at the academy, but he benefited from the new attitude towards the game inspired by it. He and Kagawa have been included in Akira Nishino's provisional squad for the summer, which will be reduced to 23 players on May 31st. It could be argued that neither made the most of the big moves. The former returned to Dortmund 4 years ago after failing to impress both David Moyes, Ferguson's replacement, and the man who followed him, Louis van Gaal, while the latter left Italy for Mexican giants Pachuca last year, but they remain vital on the international scene. Many Manchester United fans were unhappy with Kagawa's treatment by Moyes and Van Gaal at the time, and have since voiced their displeasure at his sale. Jose Mourinho, current boss and the man filling Van Gaal's shoes, listed the players he believed his predecessor should not have allowed to leave, including Kagawa. Ironically enough, the team have struggled for creativity ever since, while he has found his best form once again in Germany, despite injury problems keeping him out since February and restricting him to just 18 Bundesliga appearances this season. Progression to the World Cup knockout stages for the first time since 2010, and second time in Japan's history, will be tough this year. Colombia, who reached the quarter-finals in Brazil 4 years ago led by Golden Ball winner James Rodriguez, are favorites to win Group H, leaving Senegal and Poland to fight it out with Japan for second place. Sadio Mane and Robert Lewandowski give the match-winning quality, and with a lack of experience elsewhere in attack at Nishino's disposal, Kagawa's presence could be vital, even if there is an element of risk over his fitness. Japan will keep the ball on the floor, and try to play through teams. Kagawa's eye for a pass and supremely close ball control is imperative for that to work. Honda will play outside, with Leicester striker Shinji Okazaki, looking to add to his 50 international goals, a likely candidate to start up front. At 29, Kagawa is approaching a career crossroads. This could be his last World Cup, certainly the last at his peak, while Dortmund are heading into a new era after the departure of Peter Stoger at the end of the season. His injuries mean he has fallen down the pecking order at the club too, but a good showing in the summer will help get his career back on track. There's a reason he is so popular in Japan, and it isn't just because he is their talisman. Kagawa was born in 1989, 4 years before the development of the J-League, his country's national division. He would become a product of a new system and wear the famous blue shirt for the first time at the Tohoku tournament as a 16-year-old. The likes of Alexander Pato and Jan Mavila would represent their countries on that stage in future years. Despite going through a lot in his career, making the move to Germany aged just 21, after 4 years at Cerezo Osaka, Kagawa can show weakness in his mentality. There were times where he struggled in Manchester. Van Gaal in particular had no time for him, and he has had to stay strong over recent months while on the sidelines. He is used to the pressure and expectation of the Japanese public, though, making 89 appearances for the national team in 10 years. Nishina would have to be a very brave man to leave him out of his final squad. Japan are the outsiders in their group, but if Shinji Kagawa is there to inspire them again, they will be one of the more exciting teams to watch in Russia.